I was 26 years old the first time I was diagnosed with cancer. I was 28 years old the second time I was diagnosed with cancer. Now, you think that's enough, I should be done. But at 31, I was diagnosed with a brain aneurysm and had 3 brain surgeries. So I was actually pretty pleased at 33 when I was doing the research for my book, The Giving Prescription, to find out that research shows that people who've had a traumatic experience in their lives actually have higher well-being scores than people who've never had a traumatic experience. And people who've had 2 traumatic experiences have higher well-being scores than people who've only had 1 traumatic experience. So at 3 traumatic experiences, I should be rocking the well-being scores. I was thinking about that this week because I read a newspaper article about a former combat veteran who was diagnosed with cancer. And he credits his previous combat experience with his ability to keep a cool head when he was going through cancer. Because he'd been through a traumatic experience before, when he was faced with this new traumatic experience, he kept a cool head, he didn't panic, and he was able to keep a positive outlook because he knew that he'd already been through one traumatic experience and survived that. So how do we apply this to your life? You may be struggling through something right now, a tough experience at work, for example. The reality is, as terrible as this is, as much as it stinks right now, this is your training ground for whatever's coming next. I know we'd all like to think that whatever we're facing right now will be over and then we'll have nothing but sunshine and roses for the rest of our lives, but it's not true. So this is your toughening up for whatever's coming down the road. And not only does it make you tougher and get you better, but it leads to increased well-being. So whatever you're going through now, this is your training period, like that combat veteran who felt like he was better trained and prepared for the cancer that he experienced. Think of whatever you're going through right now as your training ground, your proving ground. And I swear research proves that you will be strong enough to handle whatever's coming next.